welcome to McDonough's Hammer of Truth. Chuck's ready for that one. Today we are looking at 2017's film MOHAWK. It is, and I said this before, I kind of rip on Kevin for name pronunciations, but these are pretty bad. Directed by Ted Gojigan and starring Kenhea Horn, who is a First Nations actress. Now, this movie is set during the War of 1812. It's actually year 1814 in upstate New York. Now, of course, if you're from upstate New York, we know all the stories of the Iroquois during the American Revolution, during the War of 1812. If you're from the Southern Tier, you've seen the yellow and blue signs. Everything from the Iroquois Castle that's on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Kevin, maybe you remember that. By the Lowe's area. You're going to knock a tooth out, aren't you? All right. Let me get to it. Now, first of all, with this movie, I like this concept of a period piece and in an area that not many people actually look at. However, what really ticks me off about this movie is Netflix lists it as a horror movie. This is not a horror movie. Okay? At the most, it's more of a thriller movie, kind of a revenge movie. To get you started off with, the main character is the actress Horn. She plays the character of Oak. She's a Mohawk Indian, and she is approached by, well, she and her family are approached by an English soldier trying to get them to fight the Americans with them during the war. And interesting enough, I don't know if this is a part of the Mohawk people or not, that Oak is a lover to both the British soldier as well as a Mohawk warrior by the name of Justin. Anyways, Justin acts rationally, irrationally, and attacks American base, killing over 20 soldiers. The remaining soldiers come looking for them, and there's obviously a lot of social, political arguments here in this movie about how natives were treated by the Americans, of course. I understand that, but I'm going to also point out that this is still a movie, and we still have to look at basics. They kind of were jumping around in it, and not to mention there was very little character development. The American soldiers, with their hatred of the Indian tribe, they will eventually, kill members of the Mohawk tribe, and Oak, as her name is, she will go on a revenge spree against the remaining soldiers. But as I said before, this is not a horror movie. Why it's listed as a horror movie is beyond me. Maybe later on, near the end of the movie, they were trying to give it a mystical element. Now, of course, when you're upstate New York, we have hills, valleys, and lots of woods. And we all know that can be a great setting for a horror movie in the first place. And I just think this was an idea that they fell short on. I can actually imagine this movie being from, say, the American perspective of something like, they slaughtered an entire Indian village, now supernatural justice is coming for them. That was not the case. In this case, they had a good idea, but I think they limped through the whole situation. So I'm giving Mohawk a 2 out of 5 hammers.
Oh.
I mean, 1 hammer just means for rotten. It had very beautiful settings, and as I said, there's a possibility, a potential for a good story, a good horror story for that matter. I remember back when I did the Golem for my Hammer of Truth, and I love the idea of period pieces, but this one, I've seen a lot of positive reviews for it, and I don't want to make anyone feel bad about their movies, but this one, it just felt short. It felt like an episode in a TV series more than an actual movie that stands on its own. So, Chuck, before you break something, let's give this one 2 out of 5 hammers. And thank you for watching McDonough's Hammer of Truth.